Arjuna's only thing in his life was, he wants to be the best archer in the world. He's a heavily insecure man, a great warrior, a very withdrawn man, very disciplined, absolutely focused but terribly insecure throughout his life. Always his concern is, what if somebody becomes a better archer than me? He stretched it to such inhuman points. On a certain day, a tribal boy named Ekalavya came to Drona and expressed his wish to learn archery. He is not even an Arya, he is known as a Nishada, a particular tribe, who are the aboriginal tribes of India. Aborigine is not the word, the indigenous tribes of India, and this boy is dark complexioned. The scriptures go about to describe him. When he walked, he was like a panther. He was so dark in his skin, dreadlocked, a graceful human being with enormous strength and a great archer. And he came to learn from Drona. Drona said, "You are not a Kshatriya, so I cannot teach you." Then he fell at Drona's feet with great humility and said, "I understand your social norm, just bless me. With your blessing I will learn." Then Drona looked at this humility and sincerity, put his hand on his head and said, "I bless you." So Ekalavya went into the forest, went to the river, took out the clay from the river, and like a madman he started working to build the form of Drona. See, if you want to be a great musician, it's not that you need a great voice, you need great ears. It's your listening quality which makes you into a musician, not your mouth. Similarly, if you want to be an archer, it's not about your hands, it is about the keenness of your eyes. How keenly can you observe something? How keenly can your attention stay on something? Arjuna displays this quality in many ways. When they're training one day, the famous story that almost everybody in India would know is, Drona wants to check their archery skills, puts up a small wooden bird on top of a tree and brings each one of them, gives them a bow and an arrow and says, "Aim at the eye of the bird." Not the bird, the eye of the bird, the little parakeet. One by one, the Kauravas and then the other Pandavas, everybody aim. What do you see? Means, the leaves, the tree, I see the mango, I see the bird, I see this, I see the sky, everything. Drona dismisses them one by one. And then comes finally Arjuna's chance. When Drona asks, "What do you see?" he stands in the famous stance which is called as Adhila. In yoga we use this stance a lot because Adhila stabilizes the body. For an archer, a stable posture is most important. You hold this, if you as much as waver this much, you will be miles off your target. So he stood in the position of Adhila and looked at the bird. Drona asked, "What do you see?" "I just see a bird's eye." He said, "You are the only one who is ready for advanced training in archery." And he trained Arjuna in archery, and he later on trained Arjuna in a certain type of archery which… about shooting blind, shooting in the darkness, without seeing the target, hitting the target. So he makes Arjuna eat his food every day in pitch dark cell. So he tells him, if you can put food into your mouth without seeing, why can't you put the arrow into the heart of your enemy without seeing him? Okay? So, Arjuna trains in all this and he believes he's the best archer. And now Ekalavya comes and takes the blessing, goes. When he comes to Drona, Drona falls in love with this boy because the way he pays attention to Drona's form. He just looks at Drona, not missing anything about him. This is the quality of an archer, that he doesn't miss anything with his eyes. Anybody who misses this and that, he will definitely miss it when he shoots. So because he took in Drona's image, he went there and created a clay image of him and bowed down to this image and started practicing with this blessing. One day, the Pandavas and the Pandavas particularly went into the forest for hunting. Their hunting dog went ahead of them. The dog started barking. They thought it has found a prey for them and they started pursuing it. Then the dog just became silent. They thought a tiger or a bear must have killed the dog and they went in search of the dog, but then the dog came back to them with 6 arrows around its mouth, clamping its mouth like this, so that it cannot bark. When they saw this, the first question that Bhima asked was, is Drona somewhere in the forest? Because nobody else can do this. Even Arjuna cannot do this, because in a split second somebody has to fire 6 arrows for it to become a clamp around the dog's mouth. Only Dronacharya can do this. Is Drona in the forest? They go looking and then they see this young boy, a strapling youth who is like a living panther, dark of skin, dreadlocked, with his arrow pointed straight at Arjuna's temple. Arjuna gasps because he knows these eyes. An eye which is focused like this will not miss, he knows that. It is not a wavering eye, because the moment Ekalavya looked like this, the 5 brothers, he knew who is the archer and he knew who he should get first. So he knew when Arjuna saw this, he recognized these eyes. These eyes are not going to miss, and he gasped. And he asked, who are you? He said, I'm Ekalavya. And Arjuna was already distraught that somebody is a better archer than him. How did you learn this? Where did you get it? You are not even a Kshatriya. He started cribbing and crying. He said, Drona is my teacher. Then Arjuna ran from that place. Leaving his 4 brothers, he ran from that place straight to where his teacher Drona was, and he cried, you promised me that I will be the greatest archer, but you have made somebody else better than me. This is not fair, you promised me. So Drona asked, what are you talking about? He said, there is this boy in the jungle who is better than me, and he says, you are his teacher, he's got your statue and he's practicing. Drona being who he is, he said, okay, I have promised you and you are important for this kingdom and I won't get my fee if you are not the best, so let me fix it. So he came into the forest, met Ekalavya. Ekalavya saw his guru, a presumed guru, he's just taken him as his guru. He thought him nothing, fell at his feet. In great ecstasy, he welcomed him and brought him flowers and fruit. But Drona had something else in his heart. He said, it's very wonderful you become a great archer, but where is my Guru Dakshina? That means, where is my fee? Unless the Guru gets his fee, he will not release him in those days to go and use what he has learnt. So where is my fees? Where is my Guru Dakshina? So Ekalavya said, whatever you ask is yours. Is that so? Drona asked. Ekalavya said, yes, master, whatever you ask is yours. Then Drona said, I want the thumb of your right hand. He's an archer. Without this, there is no archery. And he said, I want the thumb. When he was just about to take it away, when Ekalavya pulled out the sword to take off his own right thumb, for one moment, Drona held that act. Wait, he said, and looked at Arjuna whether he will relent. Arjuna looked at it just coldly, as if it's a ritual that has to be gone about with. Because though there are many wonderful qualities about Arjuna, his insecurity is the biggest thing, that he want to be the best archer on the planet. So with this thumb cut, now he was once again the best archer on the planet. So if somebody runs faster than you break their legs and you are the fastest runner,